Dude, I was born ready.
Yeah, we are
Yes.
literally rolling right now.
Hey,
Cold
you're
open
part
like a
of this.
motherfucker.
You're part of
Hey, everybody, say hi to my wife.
Trying to update my game. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's trying to mod Stardew Valley.
Oh, nice. Very, special guest.
Yeah, nothing like a special guest. I thought it was going to be David today. But I saw an opportunity and took it before he arrived.
Oh, very good. What
Yeah.
is David doing with his life?
Making really poor jokes about the kind of numbers he gets.
You know, it's. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
I feel like
dog.
when people ask you like, oh, what have you been up to? The same thing you're probably up to: work, sleep, work, shit,
Games,
work.
hobbies, limited travel.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everyone around our age is just doing the same exact stuff. Like,
I fundamentally disagree. There are a great number of people our age who are not doing the same things as us.
like what? Like what are they doing?
What's that, my love?
Dogs.
Oh, I was gonna say most people our age aren't getting ready for mortgages.
Oh, yeah, that's not fun.
Oh yeah, that's true.
What? That is at least exciting. It's not fun at all.
It's a bad kind of exciting. It's terrible.
Mortgages?
It's like
owning your own property?
It's so stressful.
That's a very different statement.
I think yes, it is stressful, but I think for you in life to level up, you have to reach this point. I don't know why. Maybe society is just drilled into our brain that we have to own something worth a lot more just to reach another point in our lives. And it doesn't have to be a house. You can own a rancher. You can own a fucking beach house. You can own, a hut. As long as you own something, I feel like that just levels you up in life. And
Yeah. You're a
Yeah.
real person whose opinion matters at that juncture.
yeah, exactly.
I gotta have skin in the game.
Um,
Not that I'm
So-
saying property ownership should be a requirement for voting or anything, because that would be atrocious. That's actually a really disgusting practice. But I do find your opinion more valid if you have skin in the game, as it were. Your self-interest makes you examine things a little more. You might come up with more appalling ideas, I don't know. But it's not just screaming into the wind from a high school classroom.
Well, it's funny to me because I know you work from home, but I work around people. When you worked in an office, there's people much older than us, at least where I work at, there's people that are probably 10, 15 years older than me. And they just, I don't know what they did in their life to get to where they got to, but I feel like I have more than them. And I'm 32. Like why? I want to know. I want to sit down, but I don't want to pry my life. Who knows? Maybe they had a
Different
drug
journeys.
habit. Maybe,
They
but
might
it's
have
like,
had it and lost it.
yeah.
Or any of
like,
1,000 different scenarios.
yeah. Like, look at our friends. I mean, just it happens. I guess I have friends that have. I've had friends that have been married. I've had friends that have kids. I have friends that have college degrees. I have friends that have homes, and then I have friends that have nothing. They still live at home with their parents. Like it's just one of those
like
things where
literally nothing.
nothing. Like
And I don't get judgy about this stuff. I think everybody's path is their own path, and the only valid comparison for you on your path and what your position is are you a little further along on your path than you were yesterday? That's the only real valid comparison you can make. And like it's not valid to compare paths and the journeys you've been through, because inherently they're going to affect the different people differently. You guys could have exactly the same path, and one to great success and the great success, and the other to great failure and ruin. It's too subjective
Yeah.
Therefore, the path into comparison, like, oh, I went through that, it's not that bad, it's not valid. So,
Well, I I think that like what you're saying. I mean, but don't when you hear someone that's more successful, or in your mind you think they're successful in certain aspect of your life, do you feel jealous at all? Do you feel envy of them? Because there was a point in my life that I can give you a great example, and I hope he listens to this podcast. But Phil,
okay.
Chavis,
Yeah.
like I'll never forget when I went to Hawaii the first time. I went there with nothing. I came back with nothing, and I just came back with experiences. That's all. Like I lived, I did things,
That's important.
and but he went to college. He did all the hard work and everything. And I remember sitting across from him at the bar, having a beer with him, and just sitting there talking, talking, talking. And he was telling me how envious of me he is, and how like he's jealous that I went to Hawaii. And I'm like, dude, you're more successful on books. If you look at it as a book, I mean, on paper, you're in college, you graduated with, more honors, you did this, you
The
did this, you
further
did
along idea. Yeah,
yeah.
like it's not. I disagree that that's a valid thing because both of you are going to be jealous of each other.
Yeah.
That's why I just dismissed the entire thing outright.
Yeah.
Like I don't like jealousy. I if I see something and go, I want that, I'll start to work towards it.
Yeah.
That's like we're spooling up to get our own house now because we said we wanted that. We were jealous of other people who didn't have to deal with leasing offices and shitty maintenance teams and neighbors that are literally stacked on top and below you. It just do something about it. Like instead of like the mental exercise, you could expend that effort performing the thing and alleviate the problem that you would have worried about.
Well, do you think there's like a thin line? Like, say you said you saw someone get a house. One of your friends got a house, and you're like, okay, I want that, so I'm going to work really hard to achieve that goal. But it all rooted back to the fact that you were jealous that your friend got that house, but you're taking the steps to actually do it. And some people, I feel like, some of our friends get so consumed with, I want that so much. Well, why don't you do something about it? And it's not
Yeah,
even just our friends,
and
like
they miss
people in
it.
general.
And
Yeah.
they miss the mark. They're not working on the thing itself. They're worried, overly worried about the difference instead of just
Hmm.
alleviating the difference. Like it's getting caught up in the measurement rather than the observation.
Yeah. I mean,
and,
I
and,
get
and
it.
building from the measurement, I should say. Like
Yeah.
you
I
metrics to analyze the effectiveness of your metrics
Okay.
in office speak. Like, do you have a productivity metric that you get graded on at your job
I think every job does.
in
It's just
some way, shape, or
yeah,
form?
some way. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like these people are getting caught up in uh, the metric itself rather than the data that it contains. They're like, okay, well, there's a difference between this productivity and my productivity, and instead of just, oh, okay, well, I guess I should go be more productive then. They're getting
Yeah.
worried about the metric, and they have meetings, and they try to like, how effective is that metric? Are we really grading what we're grading? Like, and that whole nonsense when they could just do the thing. They're worried
Yeah,
about
I
the
mean,
abstraction rather than the thing itself.
it's just I I understand it's hard. It is. It's very hard to, I mean, to succeed or to do things you have to fail. I
Yeah,
failed a lot, and I'm not saying I'm perfect. I mean, I have a house. I'm about to move into an apartment. Like, I'm selling my house, but to get to the end goal, I have to take a step back to take two steps forward.
yeah,
And you've been in an apartment, but you're saving up, you're doing, you're paying off debts that everybody has debts, but you're paying stuff off, you're doing things to make your improvement
yeah.
to get to the end goal, which is
Almost got that
not
620 back. Oh, I'm so ready.
Dude, I haven't seen a six in a long time. But
Yeah, equity does that to credit scores, you bastard.
but no, like I still envy certain friends that don't have much. I think I will always. I wouldn't say I'm jealous of them, but I always envy like that life that I didn't have. Like, we have friends that travel. We both have friends that travel. We both have friends that are in the military that do things, and I think part of me, I would have loved to experience the military just because I want my own experience in the military, not your experience, not everybody else's. But I'll always
Not
be
good.
envious of that.
Not good. Do not wish
But
upon self. Not good.
yeah, Mother
Nicht
Russia.
guten.
But like it's just, I don't know. I think it's funny how in life we're so easily to judge people, but like it's crazy to me. Like it's my birthday today. I'm so happy that people are saying happy birthday.
Oh yeah,
In the-
and here on the podcast, I'm gonna say happy birthday again.
Well, thank you. um, I'm excited that people say happy birthday. 90% of them I never talk to. It's one of those things where it
Yeah.
pops up on like Facebook feed or Twitter, and they're just like, "Oh, I'll just wish happy birthday." I never say happy birthday to people on Twitter. I mean, on Facebook or Twitter. I feel ignorant because I see it. I know who it is. But if I personally know you, I will just text you, send you a message.
Yeah,
I
it's
will.
far more personal. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
And I think everybody's kind of coming onto that idea at the same time, like throughout
Yeah.
our culture, is like, I mean, it's one thing me being Facebook friends with them, but it's a whole nother like
Yeah.
trying to involve myself in their birthday, like they know me or something. Like they don't know who I am.
So
What does it matter? You know, like if they
No,
have
I
a
know,
problem
I
with it,
know.
they'll say something,
it's
and
just
then I'll apologize. That's the end of it.
yes. Mm-hmm. And I guess because I'm getting older, I start to realize that like I kind of want to give more. Like, it's my birthday. My wife's like, "Where you want to go? You want to go out?" And I'm like, "Nah, I got money for my birthday, but instead of spending it on me, I'd rather spend it on my family. Like, I'd rather do things with them and like, okay, well, let's just all go to the store. Let's all do this, or I'd rather just, and I think over time I just become unselfish you know, and I relate it back to where I see some of my friends. I have some friends that are down in the dirt. I have a certain friend that I'm thinking about. I won't say names, even though I know he probably doesn't listen to this. But like he was so far in front of all of us. If you look on the paper, even yourself. I mean, he was just a really. I don't know.
I
I
think I
will
know
tell you
to
off.
whom I think I know to whom you're referring. And
But he is just kind of fell off, and now he's just
Total
at home
failure
with
to
his
launch.
parents.
total
And I-
failure to launch, dude. There's actually a couple people I could think of
Oh,
that
I
qualifies
know.
for, but
And I feel like it's like that with everybody who has certain friends, a core of friends. They always have that one person that they know that I want to help him. Like I would love to, but I just don't know how to help him. I mean, when I guess when I see him, I still feel fear. I have fear. I still feel inferior to him because of his educational level. But yet, life wise, I have so much more experience. I have a family. I live on my own. I have so much stuff. And I don't know. I don't know how to
Yeah,
approach him and help him out.
the education difference, he understands the theory. You've been putting
Yeah.
it into practice for better part of 15 years now.
Mhm.
There's a huge difference in kind there, and yours is the superior knowledge set.
Well, it's kind of like the workplace nowadays. I mean, if you don't have a college degree but you have work experience, they'll take you in a heartbeat over someone that has a college degree with no work experience.
Yeah, because we fashioned this. Oh God, we created this super saturation point in the market of college educated folks when the market itself couldn't support it. We were trying to transition out of a manufacturing economy into like a corporate executive economy, and
Yeah.
all that did was create problems. Like we've got kids coming out of college these days who are told the only way to get a job is to go to college. That's not accurate. but they're coming out of college with this useless degree and nobody wants to hire them. And they're going, well, why is that? Why does nobody want to hire me? You didn't get a degree in anything that matters. Like,
Yeah.
like unless you're trying to get hired at an art studio, an art history degree doesn't mean shit.
Oh, I know.
So you've cut your target market down so much, and it's such a narrow field anyway that nobody's going to hire you unless you move across the country or out of the country. And even then, that's a tall order because they're not going to pay for that.
Or 20 years later when you finally have work experience, like
Yeah.
you're in your late 40s, now you with your bachelor's degree and work experience, now you'll get the job that you always wanted.
Yeah,
It's
when
just-
you could have just done. It's
Yeah.
focusing on the abstraction thing again. It's exactly the same thing. Like, oh, I got to get the degree, and they're focused on the process rather than just doing. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree 100%. I feel like I mean I hate I'm gonna tell you this. My wife, she went to school. She went to Towson University. She has a bachelor's degree, but it's in art and communication. What do you do with a bachelor's degree in art and communications besides be a teacher?
Communications actually has a lot of availability.
Well, you have to,
You can go HR, you can go middle management, executive. You can go.
she's tried.
Explicitly corporate.
Yeah.
Then there's a sales issue there. It's how she's spinning her qualifications. I guarantee.
Well, like I tell her right now because she asked me. We walk through. I love role playing. I've been in retail my whole life, so we walk through like scenarios on interview process, and I try to tell her. I said, the reason why I'm so comfortable in interviews and I'm so confident in interviews because I literally have been through probably 150 interviews in my life, and I failed a lot of them and I've passed a lot of them. So it's like the only way you get better is going through the interview process. You can sit here and read what they say, but you can't judge the person across from you. You
No.
can't judge how they're feeling this, and and I just feel bad because she applies for a lot of jobs. Now, I will say this: things are changing because she has been working, not much, just part time. But things are changing now. Things are opening up for her in Myrtle Beach because she's the only one getting all the phone calls, and I'm not getting anything for a job phone call wise. But I definitely find it
Butterface.
funny how.
Sounds like a good opportunity, bro.
I mean, it's a possibility. I did funny story because the state of South Carolina is going to be legalizing. I did talk to. I went down there and I talked to a vape shop. There is an all CBD shop that is set up for when it actually passes, if it does. But if most likely it will. But if it actually passes, it's set up for a dispensary. And I've talked to the owner about me working there with my management and customer service background. I mean, this could be.
Yeah, that could be the move.
They make good fucking money. I mean,
Yeah,
I hate to say this.
honestly.
People that went to college, I mean, that's great and all, but if I'm making 60, 70K, I mean,
working a shop, no less.
well, you would run it. You're, in charge of security, finances. I mean, you're handling so much money that you're going to be fucking paper cut like multiple times. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just one of those things. It's a very stressful situation too. I mean, but I definitely find it funny.
It's the South, though. Like, what do you really have to worry about it? Everybody's hospitable. This isn't Florida. This is South Carolina, bro. You don't have to worry about Florida, man.
I find it, and this is gonna sound very ignorant and very naive, but being from Baltimore, like my whole view on the South was,
Woo!
obviously, very, very country, very ignorant, very racist, but no, it's not like that at all. It's very, I come down here. The more racist people I find is actually people from up north, and it's crazy to me because we weren't slaves free up north, but down here, so I've actually asked people that are from the South, and
So
person
there was
actually
never a contention for them to change their initial belief system, wherein, oh, the slaves are free, I can still treat them like shit.
Yeah.
Whereas in the South, they've actually had to correct the behavior entirely, not just because It was so scrutinized, but from a cultural level, they had to genuinely adjust and correct for the behavior
Mm-hmm.
because they were wrong on that.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's racism everywhere. I mean, no, you can go anywhere in this world. There's racism.
Yeah.
But it's very like people are very nice down here. So I think that's great. And
There are differences in kind as well.
and this is the Bible Belt, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
And
So you're gonna see a lot more. You're gonna see a lot more non-Christian style discrimination, but
yeah.
skin tone and racial discrimination do still exist there as well.
Oh, yeah.
I don't believe the left so much saying that it's as prevalent down there as they suggest, but it does still exist. Like Stone Mountain is still a scary place to go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's Georgia
Sure.
though, and
Well,
to
I
my
mean,
knowledge,
I'm
those
gonna-
chapters of the Klan have been disbanded, but
just
it still carries the weight of the history behind it.
yeah. It's just crazy to me because I've seen things growing up in Baltimore and in Maryland, and and part of me. I love how this conversation just went straight to racism. By
Yeah,
the way.
what the fuck?
I'm just following the journey, dude. I'm just going with the journey, and if the journey takes me there, I'm there. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
I
Ride the
mean,
tube, man. Toes the
I
nose.
didn't. I really had no topic for this one, so I just wanted to ride the journey. I have other topics, but not this one. But no, I'll save that one for another time. We won't talk about the racism because that's one of the things that I've done my research, talked to other people here, and things like that. So we can wait to talk about that one. But
I've seen some wild things up here. Hey, honey. I love you. Don't my heart.
I love you too.
no, I love you.
Who you talking to, Rob?
You. Hey, for the people that are listening, for a couple of things I wanted to say real quick. For the people that are listening and do watch our videos, I want to say thank you. The last video was episode 20, and that's pretty good. 20 episodes so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. I mean, that's just like I know I don't know how Alex felt about it, but I didn't know how well this would go. I didn't know how things were. I mean, the first episode was okay. We just didn't really fit the mold yet. And I feel pretty good. This is good. I like this. I feel like, we can do this for a while.
We'll see where this train takes us.
Yeah, he doesn't like making promises. I promise.
I don't like making promises because then I'm held to an expectation that I can't necessarily realize.
Did you ever promise that you're good in bed?
That was an expectation I could realize. Good try, though.
Oh man,
I was ready for that one.
Yeah, you were. But no, like what we were talking about earlier, it just I still envy people and I still get jealous of people. I don't know why. I think I always will.
I think that's just totally normal human behavior, though.
Mhm.
Like, everybody's gonna experience that sometimes.
Yeah, like I love coming up with ideas. I have so many ideas. I have great things. I've actually tried to do things, but I don't. Honestly, after Butterface, I kind of just feel like I don't want to do it. I just feel let down, and I envy,
Why?
people that just can still, when they fall down, they can get right back up. It's hard when you fall
Oh.
down or when you make bad moves. I made a bad chess move and I lost my queen. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'm just like,
Well, you got your queen back, didn't you?
yeah, but for other things, I don't know, I really want to write a short story, but I feel like I'm forcing it, and I don't want to force it. And I feel like because I want to do it so bad that I just want to come up with something, and it doesn't make any fucking sense. I do.
So do it.
Yeah. Well, I
the fuck?
recently, I'm actually going to be sending you something soon, Alex. So the last one that last short story that I sent you, I was kind of just me just making stuff up. But this one's actually, it's kind of like a biography. It's an autobiography. Like I'm kind of like, it's kind of just it's just one little thing that happened to me in my life in a 2-year period. And my wife read it and she was just so upset about it because she didn't really know. But I mean, it has a good ending. It's not like a bad thing, but it's just, obviously I'm here. That's a good ending. But it's just something that happened to me in my life that I feel like people can relate to, and people can probably be like, wow, this is something. And I'm going through it now. I'm proofreading it and trying to fix my grammar and punctuation. And
Grammarly. Find out about that Grammarly service.
Yeah.
Saves you so much effort, dude.
Well, my problem is I wrote it all on on my phone for one, and I didn't write it. I talked it to my phone. So whatever my mouth was saying. So I like to reread over it because I'm all over the fucking place all the time. So I'm trying to fix it, but it's forever long.
Dictation gets wild, dude.
I'm just sitting there because I'm trying to add detail to it. I don't know, but see, look, this podcast, I'm all over the fucking stuff. Holy hell, what happened?
Flash flood warning until 8:15 p.m. EDT. Avoid flood areas. National Weather Service. Type severe alert.
I thought Donald Trump was coming to Baltimore or something.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
This one's quick.
Talk to me.
We've got like four minutes left on this episode. It's real fast.
Yeah.
Donald Trump has admitted to committing a crime, and he should be tried and prosecuted as such.
He did?
Yes.
See, I never.
The Trump Jr. meeting with the Russians, way back during the campaign. The original story was that they were talking about adoption rates and stuff, like just totally benign whatever. It has been admitted this weekend that the real reason for the meeting was an attempt to dig up dirt on Hillary Clinton. Some of that dirt did contain evidence and evidence of Hillary having committed crimes, such as but not limited to deleting the emails. We should try and prosecute her to the fullest extent of the law as well. However, the fact that this meeting occurred at all is itself a crime. It is an exchange of an item of value, an abstraction of value, in fact, between a foreign power and a political candidate, and that is explicitly illegal in the United States Federal Penal Code. That is a crime, and it should be tried to the fullest extent of the law.
Nothing's going to happen.
Just the same as nothing was going to happen with Hillary.
Yep.
Should it be?
I mean,
should that be the case? No, absolutely not. They should be tried and prosecuted, sent to jail. But we don't. Justice is dead in America for some reason.
I agree. I feel like there's no, nothing's gonna happen. I feel like no one really has the balls to do it. And then honestly, if they actually did, if they started to prosecute them, it would take years.
Oh yeah, yeah. No,
it wouldn't just happen overnight. So.
Yeah, the Slick Willie impeachment was fucking 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how long did that impeachment go? It was like 3 years, right? It was the last 3 years of his term.
Oh yeah, it was it took forever. I just remember learning about that. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
It was so long, and every day just more nonsense.
Yeah. So what would it prove in the end? I mean, it's just one of those things where people that already hate Donald Trump don't need reasons. They just don't like Donald Trump. I mean, the people that like Donald Trump probably know that the way he is, it is what it is. But they're probably the people that are shit. I mean, I like
the
Donald
tribalism is taking effect. Yeah, it's really funny seeing some of my friends online who are like, I'm this paragon of logic and reasoning. Don't mind me as I engage in some tribalism.
Well, I love the idea. I love the idea of Donald Trump, but I don't really like Donald. And
Yeah,
I think
the application has left a lot to be desired.
yes.
I was
No,
expecting more
like,
training the swamp for a
I
start.
like the idea of a good businessman running the country like a business, because in the end, that's what it is. And treat, but
Ish. That's a really dicey claim that can be expounded upon in the next episode of Couch on Fire podcast. Hot.
oh, was that a cut? I don't know.